Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel for another weekly update. Hope everybody's having a lovely day, and with that being said, let's get into the TA. Alright, so we're going to start off here with the weekly time frames, and then we're going to go down to the daily charts. What I want to point out here right off the bat before we start this video, since this is the weekly update, let's focus on the weekly charts. What's going on, guys? We have a downtrend that has now started on the weekly time frame. You got a high, you have a low, you have another high, which is a lower high, and then you have a lower low. What does that put us in? A downtrend here on the weekly time frame. What do we also have with the candle that is piercing as low over here? You do have increasing volume. That is not the best look. I think we're finally seeing this macro cool off that we have not had for quite some time. You can see over here on the weekly RSI, you were just riding high in the sky for quite some time over there. It's the same exact look over here on QQ, except you had a bearish divergence for quite some time over here on QQQ. And look at what we have over here. You have this bear flag going on, and you literally just broke down from that bear flag this week. Now on SPY, you already did turn the tides to the bearish direction. If you come over here to QQ, you did not yet break this low. So we do not have a downtrend over here on the weekly time frame yet. What will you need for that to be the case? You need to come down here and break 354.71 this week. If you are a buyer, you want to see that level hold, because if not, you don't have any more support until you come all the way back down here to 348.18, which is the low of this candlestick right here. Come over here to SPY. Let's talk about some support for SPY. Well, first of all, we do have this gap on the daily time frame that will fill if we head down to 420, and that likely is where we do see buyers step in. But I also want to point out, right underneath that level, we can actually draw it out with a zone rather than a level there. You can see you had this breakout going on. So let's just put that up. Let's delete that level. And you could see right here, you know what? Not too bad. All right, we'll call it a gap zone. All right, you had this high over here, you had this high over here, you clearly have this area of resistance. What happened? Boom, you gapped up through that area of resistance. You can also do something like this, come back, you have anywhere over here. This was your resistance zone. You could see this is where we had the February top, and then you came back up into it and you started flagging right here with this big old bull flag, and then boom, you busted right through it. But obviously we can see that was a heavily traded zone over here, and once you broke through it, all right, that is when you were off to the races. So if we do come back down to that zone, I do have to assume you're probably going to see buyers step in there. Where is the top of that zone? The top of that zone is right over here, just about 420. Now, that is a number that I continuously have seen for the past few weeks all over Twitter. So I haven't been spending a lot of time on there, but I am going to tell you, if too many people are watching one thing, is it going to be common that one thing comes to fruition? No, it's not going to be common, all right? Unless we're talking about the golden pockets, and support and resistance and indicators and, everything being a self-fulfilling prophecy. Why is it a self-fulfilling prophecy? Because everyone's all these market participants are looking at the exact same data. And what are they going to act off? They're acting off of the data. And if they're all, recognizing that as a data point, there you go. I'm sorry that popped up there. All right. But yeah, over here on the weekly time frame QQ, you had this bear flag going on that we did point out was a rising wedge. You broke down as of last Friday. And guys, that could literally just be the consolidation before the next leg lower to get confirmation that you are going lower, and likely down to 348.18. You got to break 354.71 on SPY underneath here. All right. This was your last. Well, I mean, before we put in this one, that was your last weekly major low. Guess what? Now this is the last weekly major low, and it's 433.01. That was the level that we had to be paying attention to. Guess what? You broke that level, you got the downtrend, and we are very likely headed down here to 420. All right. Does it have to happen? No, it doesn't have to happen, because like what I just pointed out, all right, if a lot of people are watching the same exact thing, all right, a lot of people are going to be betting on the same exact thing, trying to make money. Well, who's going to come along and screw the pooch? It's going to be the dealers. It's going to be the market makers. It's going to be the people with the big pockets that, probably shorted up here and up here instead of getting short here and getting squoze, and then shorting here and getting squoze. What do I think is likely? I think we probably have a pretty sick, nasty short squeeze right around the corner, but I can't say these charts look good on the weekly time frame. I cannot at all. What I can point to is that, like, this is what I'm saying, guys. This is such an awful look. It's ridiculous, all right? It's so freaking terrible. It's ridiculous. Boom. All right? You got the breakdown from the head and shoulders that we were talking about on last week's weekly update, and then probably a few times throughout this week. You literally Friday and put the nail in the coffin. Not Friday, all right? This happened on Wednesday. Put the nail in the coffin over there. We talked about it. You came and you retested. You broke down and you retested your neckline of this head and shoulders. Look, boom, boom, boom. And yeah, then you were off the races to the downside. But I'm just saying, guys, things look so bad. All I can really point to that's, like, you know, got me thinking, yeah, we're probably right before a short squeeze, is because the daily RSI is down towards 30 on every single index right now. We got SPY, we got QQ, we got DIA, IWM, which, if you don't know, all right, guys, these are just the ETFs that are going to be tracking the big boys. You got the Dow Jones over here. You got the Russell 2000 over here. You got the S&P 500 over here. You got the NASDAQ over here. So just in case you're a complete market noob, there you go. I'll sprinkle some newbie knowledge for you guys, all right? But yeah, I'm just pointing out, guys, if we come down here to the support, you're probably going to get a bounce. And if you don't bounce there, I think you're probably going to do it not too far down, and I'm talking like a $10 bounce. I'm talking you know, maybe even $20. I think this one was a $20 bounce right here. $26 bounce, all right? Over here, guess what? We had the same thing that we're seeing right here. Let's just put a horizontal line here. Well, let's come over here to SPY. Let's also put a horizontal line here. Come over to DIA. Oh, let's come over to IWM. It's the same spot, guys, all right? So I'm just pointing out, doesn't matter how far back you want to go back, all right? This is when you are buying, all right? And if you are an options swing trader, this is the exact time, all right? In the most simplified manner possible, this is the exact time that you should be placing your buys. And then if you are a seller, all right, if you want to sell the market short for a swing trade, when are you doing that? Are you doing it down here? No. Are you even doing it up here? No, but you could have done so. When you, like, the really simplified, the extremely simplified manner of going about this thing is just watching this RSI right here, guys. All right, so we're at 30. I'm just pointing out, this is what has led to some short squeeze in the past. It has also led to all of the bottoms that we have established over the past few years. So, yeah, guys, I think downside is limited. Let's throw out some scenarios right now. And then I'm going to shout out, just because, guys, I'm not going to be around tomorrow for the Sunday live stream. I'm sorry. But if I have to do it, then it'll be at like 9 o'clock. Or if I want to do it, then it'll be at like 9 o'clock. I'm not saying I'm not going to do it, but I'm probably not going to do it. So don't get your hopes up on that one. I will be returning to those. But at the current point in time, I'm working 2 jobs. And the new job is requiring that I have to work on Sunday. So all day on Sunday. So that is how that is for the time being, but we will see my new hours in 2 weeks from now. All right, I will get given my own schedule, and I do believe I have say on one of those days. And if I can, guys, I will take Sunday off just for you guys. All right, but as far as us going into this week, guys, let's look at some scenarios. I want to look at SPY. All right, SPY. No, we're gonna look at QQ. All right, because QQ got support down here. SPY really doesn't. So QQ is probably going to be the one that sparks a bounce if we do get one. Or you could probably do it off of the support over here on SPY. But QQQ does have the support down here at 354.71. That is $3 away. If we do see that drop, I can almost guarantee this RSI is going to be almost down to 30. And that is where, it doesn't matter if we're in a bear market. That is where you see the bottoms develop, all right? Can you go a little bit further down during that? Yeah, you can. You could see that daily RSI here get to minus 25. You can, but again, if you are a swing trader and you want to swing this bad boy along, this is exactly where you pull your trigger. In the most simplified way of looking at this possible, you look at this RSI and you pull your trigger when this thing's oversold. I don't care about everyone wants this, complicate things with the TA, guys. I'm here to make it extremely simple for everyone, because at the end of the day, all these complicated indicators and stuff, all right, they ain't going to do the trick. You watch levels, you watch. I wouldn't say like, you know, don't go find 5 indicators. I would say go find a momentum indicator. Go find something. The MACD is going to do the same thing the RSI does. The CCI is also going to do a very similar thing to the RSI, but it's not the exact same. The stochastic, what is that? It's something showing you overbought and oversold. The one that I have found to be most accurate, and you can go back through my videos, I've used a bunch of different indicators throughout my videos, but guess what? The RSI has been the one I've stuck with because there's no point in using something that doesn't give perfect signals like this. Like, I don't know how else to say it, all right? On all of the other indicators that I've at least tried, they have not been as cut and clear as this, all right? Do you see this? You see how you came up to 70 and that was the exact top? You see over on QQ, you had this bearish divergence forming for weeks, and then guess where that ended? Right at the day of the top, or the week of the top over here with the shooting star candle. All right, guys, like, you know, it's pretty simple. Just keep things simple for yourself. Let's talk about some scenarios. All right, we're going to use QQQ for this one. All right, no bounce. You come down here, maybe you slightly undercut it, and then short squeeze. All right, let's, you know, we'll keep the arrows all different colors. All right, short squeeze, probably get a lower high, and then come down and undercut this low. But also, we're going to pay attention to the levels. You know why? Because, you know, if certain things start getting taken out, then we have to start adjusting our tone here. Because maybe this isn't just going to be a lower high compared to over here. Maybe this is going to have a full-on recovery here and break above here. I don't know. All right? We're going to have to see about it. We'll make this one the white path. All right? And I'm just going to say, this green path, I think this is the most likely one, in my opinion. All right? And what do we have? We'll make this one the red path. Why? Because this is death, all right? We're coming all the way down to 348. We're going to have a $10 drop over here within a few days, Monday or Tuesday. And then what do you get? You get that. All right? So, like, I'm serious, guys. I've seen this too many times. I've second-guessed myself too many times. I'm finally in a state where I am not paying attention to other people on social media, and I am so happy to say that. You know why? Because my TA, my everything with the market right now is just like, it's literally just all me. I don't care if there's things I'm missing. I don't care, all right? I'm going to be honest. I've been having the best of times just with this simplified view, and I think you guys are enjoying it too. So, you know, thank you guys for being here with me. I am very happy to have you guys along with me. We are almost to 3.3K subscribers. So, shout out if you are new here. Shout out if you are not new here. If you are new here, just know we do an update Monday through Friday, and a daily update. And then I do also, and these will be short updates. And then I have the weekly update like we were sitting through right now. And we are here doing this before Sunday, where we usually have the live streams. And what do those live streams consist of, guys? We have 10 plus setups that we have going into the week that we could be paying attention to. I only like the 3-to-1 risk reward ratios. That's all that goes on that list. But I do end up putting out my watch list for free for everybody to follow along with. And then we also do tick requests. So as I'm going over my 10 to 15 setups, that is when you guys load the chat with some tick request. Whatever you want charted, I got you. If you want a trade plan on something, I got you. All right, let's carry on. Well, we kind of, you know, we talked about the indices, guys. We did everything that I really want to talk about. Guys, what is going to be your confirmation that you are going up? What's the confirmation that we're likely revisiting this 366 level right here? If you break above 361.80, which is the high of this candle, that is very likely going to lead you going straight up here to this red line. But yes, guys, these are your scenarios, or these are my scenarios that I will be paying attention to. Now, can we just straight up squeeze all week long and just go straight up? Yeah, we can. I don't think it's likely. I think, you know, if you got a squeeze to start off the week, probably get some consolidation, maybe pull back to back test this here. We get a classic break and retest here. And then maybe you come up, you double top here, and then you break down, and this is your basing formation. You break down, that's your double top. All right. Or, you know, maybe we bust up here. I have absolutely no idea how this thing goes. All right. But you watch the levels, and that's pretty much it, guys. Just know if you do fall, this daily RSI is almost a 30. your boy will be loading the dip, all right? I'm talking, I wish I went all in long when I wanted to over here. I literally just kept wanting to load the freaking boat, all right? Guess what, guys? I'm probably going to end up doing that. I don't know, all right? Like, I'm going to be straight up. I'm thinking there's a glorious swing trade opportunity, just like we had right here. I think it's right around the corner. And here's my range here, all right, guys? We're going to have a green zone. You load up in the green zone, all right? Okay, that did not change that at all. Right here, you load up in the green zone. What do you do in the red zone? You sell in the red zone, all right? Red zone, we're going to just put up here. All right, guys? Doesn't matter where you buy in this green zone. And this is, I'm speaking for me, all right? Doesn't matter where you buy, we're going to bring the green zone down here, all right? And I want to do this with, like, time, all right? We're talking, like, a lot of time, all right? Now, I've already started. We're going to talk about this ticker in a second, all right? But I think this is a glorious opportunity, all right? And you know what? You can make this red zone right here, all right, guys? You add in here. You go light here. You get, you know, more. You hit the support, guys. Maybe you put half your quarter right now, half the position over here. And then you just, you know, you leave some wiggle room. Maybe if you want to cut, you could do what you do, all right? But that's why I say buy time. All right, you could literally look back, guys. You're going to catch a bounce. I don't care if you're in a bear market. I don't care where you are. You're catching a bounce. All right, we're catching a bounce. All right, I got to be quick, though. All right, so, yeah, you're buying in a, what is this, about a $10 range. Guess what, guys? Well, that $10 buy-in range is, you know, 10 to 15 bucks away from your sell range, 10 to 20 bucks away from that. All right, and with all likelihood, in my opinion, guys, I think we're probably going to start heading back up. We're probably going to find ourselves back in this zone. All right, we just did not too long ago. This is when everyone was screaming for 420. All right, guys, if we go down to 420, you're going to probably get a sick, nasty short squeeze that's going to bring you back up from here to here anyway. All right, let's just look at 420, guys. If you do end up doing some crazy stuff, all right? You do some crazy waterfall action, all right? You're going to get this. It's going to be crazy, and I'm going to be there for it, all right? I hope you guys are there with me. All right, guys, with that being said, or guys, you know, scenario right now, all right? We could very well just, you know, short squeeze on up, back up to 443 where, you know, waterfall started over here. You were hanging by a thread over here with your Dragonfly Doji. Boom, all right? Engulfed by the bear the next day, and then it was just off a cliff. All right, so you know that's the level we know things accelerated at, and you can actually take this and you can extend this line over here, and you can actually see that's where we broke out from. All right, there you go. So we do know this is going to be a heavily traded level here, so if you do get back above it, that's where we know sellers are going to be waiting. And what would that also align with, guys? It would align with this nasty trend line we got right here. And what if we got something like that? Huh? Now we talking, huh? All right. Last thing I want to discuss is NVIDIA. All right. NVIDIA, guys. I think this is the sexiest setup on the market. All right. And guys, if you got them sexy setups, let me know in the comments down below. I would love to have some more stuff on my radar. All right. I've had like this watch list, this big watch list with, I don't know, it has to have 60 to 70 tickers on it at this point. No, never mind. It's got to have over 100 tickers on it. If you guys got, you know, something that has a lot of, like, you know, just continuous setups on it, those are the tickers that I want to be watching. All right, those are the tickers I'm willing to set my alerts when I see these setups, and I will play these things. All right, so let me know down below if you guys have anything on your radar and you are watching a specific setup. But NVIDIA is the one setup that I am excited about. All right, so like I said, I've already started getting the longs, all right? And NVIDIA is the ticker I started with that on. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm probably going to buy some, probably going to be SPY, all right? Probably going to be some SPY calls 2 to 4 weeks out, all right? I don't think you need more than a month out. I'm going to be, to catch the move I speak of, I don't think you need more than a month out. I'm just going to be very clear on that, all right? And someone commented this, and I'm just going to tell you yes, all right? I was talking about in a live stream a while back about just when I'm working at this new job. So I'm currently working at cellular sales. I'm getting trained right now. I finished my training in 2 weeks. I just passed my test yesterday, so that's pretty cool. But I was saying it would be really cool to just, you know, swing with 2 to 3K on just the indices. And you're just buying a month and a half out, and, you know, you're just swinging it. And guys, we get these swing opportunities like clear as day ones. so often. They come so often, guys, all right? I don't have the zone up here, all right? But let's just look at where you stalled out here. It was exactly at our zone. This is it. This is what was on my chart for weeks, all right? And we when you broke above here, where was the target, guys? The target was up here at 460. All right, that's what I was looking for. Why? Because that was the next resistance. You didn't have much above 450, guys. Well, 450, no one made. That was actually probably the target. All right, and then after that, once you broke that, this is the next level, guys. We go level by level here on the channel. Why do we do that? Because it's easy as this. You break out from your flag pattern right here, right? But either way, you broke out, you gapped above it, and then you go right up to the next level. You find sellers for a day at that level, and then boom, you're off to the races, right to the next level. So, I mean, it really is as easy as that, guys. We get these swing opportunities so often here on the indices. Honestly, SPY is just so clean. This is why I will be mainly trading this over QQQ. But yeah, you come over here in NVIDIA, guys, and you're right at support. You got increasing volume, so we do know. I mean, yes, it's indecision, but we do know there's a battle going on here that is causing that. Oh, Jesus! It's causing that heavy volume to roll in, like we have here at the top. I mean, I know it's a little bigger volume you got going on right here, but hey, see that big doji candle? All right, well, guess what? It's pretty similar to what we got going on right now, all right? So we do know there's a battle going on right now. We know buyers are trying to step in. I know it doesn't look like much, but we do have that inside bar here. And if you want to just wait for confirmation to make your move, all right, above 421, that is when I'm looking for this thing to at least, start running towards 440, honestly. You don't have any resistance, none, until you get up here 436. You have absolutely nothing. So I do want to point out, this is at least my top setup. But you come over here to another chip stock, and this is also, like, if I had to put money on another, name with some time on it, I would pick AMD, all right? Let's look at SMH right now. What's going on? SMH just lost support. That is not the best look. But again, I mean, I still think you're going to get a pretty sick, nasty short squeeze. Does it make a lower high? Probably. Why do I think probably, guys? Because we have a daily downtrend on SPY now. Or not a daily, a weekly downtrend. So, like, yeah, I think that this short squeeze would be sold. But again, you have the daily RSIs on just so many big tickers getting oversold, especially NVIDIA, all right, guys? This is going to be moving the market. You got Tesla coming right back down to support, all right? Be watching 238. I think I called that out in the last video. I think it was Amazon. Yeah, Amazon. You're getting that RSI down here. And guys, you haven't had these chances since the bear market. So, like, guys, if you've been looking for these swing opportunities on the long side, they're right kind of, slapping you in the face silly right now. So there's that. Microsoft, another one that's coming down to support, and the RSI is going to be almost, towards that 30 mark. Just they're everywhere, guys. We could just keep pointing them out. All right. Well, you know what? It's going to take some time to keep pointing them out, all right? But AMD and NVIDIA, they look really freaking sexy, in my personal opinion. All right, this thing is at the bottom of its bull flag, wedge, whatever you want to look at this thing as. It's at the bottom of it. You do have sellers picking up here, all right? But if you get another sell day on this thing, all right, maybe you come down to 93, this support over here. Guess what, guys? This RSI going to be oversold. I'm probably going to take a nibble at some AMD, all right? I think it's a... guys, I'm just saying, I think that the opportunity to the long side has just given us another shot. All right. So that's my focus. Sorry, I made this. I know I could have said that, in much shorter time. And I probably just, guys, the point of this video is don't sit there being the bearish guy as you just had a 20 to 30 point drop. You see that $24 drop over here in SPY from the peak? You're down $30. Don't be that guy getting super bearish right now. Just don't, or the girl. Don't be the girl getting super bearish. You see these zones? Pay attention to the zones and levels. All right, guys. You buy in the green zone, you sell in the red. It literally is going to be as simple as that for us here on this channel, guys. It's going to be that simple. All right. Don't be that guy. You see this? You had your chance with this rising wedge, guys. We talked about this rising wedge. Literally, I think it was on this day right here. So that's when I put it on my chart. We knew about this. We knew the structure was bearish. I think it's on the hourly time frame. We knew it all the way back up here. All right. Or was it? Okay, I don't actually know where it was, all right? But you had head and oh, I see it right here. You had head and shoulders just on literally everything. All right? Everything had these head and shoulders. I know, pretty sloppy right there. But then you also take a step back and you had these big boy head and shoulders. Like everything was looking bearish and we were just kind of waiting. All right? Then we got the hot CPI and PPI print and then we were really just waiting. We were just like, okay, you know, probably going to bounce just because of what we're seeing on the charts. But guess what? All right. Bounce is likely to be sold because, again, who's going to get bullish into that? That's the reason of the, you know, that we're out of the bear market. It's literally the whole reason. It's the reason for this rally. All right, guys. With that being said, I will catch you all in the next one. Everybody have a lovely rest of your week, and I'll catch you on Monday. Peace.